In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 WNBA games happening on August 16, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Phoenix Mercury versus Indiana Fever. The Phoenix Mercury will be facing their second game in 2 consecutive nights this Friday when they take on the Indiana Fever. This comes after their road game against the Chicago Sky on Thursday night in the Windy City. The Mercury, who have been performing relatively well this season, will need to muster their strength for another back-to-back challenge as they face the Fever on Indiana's home turf. Phoenix is boasting an impressive average of 84 points per game, which ranks them 4th in the WNBA. However, their defense has been less stellar, allowing an average of 86 points per game, which puts them at 10th in the league. On the other hand, the Indiana Fever are scoring an average of 81.1 points per game, placing them 6th overall, but they are struggling defensively, allowing an average of 87 points per game, which is the 2nd worst in the league. The inside-outside game of Phoenix, spearheaded by stars like Collie Copper and Brittany Griner, is expected to overpower the Fever. Despite the spotlight on Indiana's Caitlin Clark for her impressive shooting and playmaking, Phoenix's Collie Copper has been a standout performer, averaging 23 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 2.2 assists per game. The Mercury have also covered the spread in 4 of their last 6 games, while Indiana has managed just a 2-2 against the spread record in their last 4. Therefore, the Phoenix Mercury to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Indiana Fever, led by the formidable duo of Caitlin Clark and Aliyah Boston, have consistently been one of the most reliable teams when it comes to hitting the over in their games. The statistics back this up, as the over has been achieved in 17 of the Fever's last 24 games overall. This trend is even stronger at home, with the over hitting in 5 of their last 6 home games. With Clark and Boston both fully healthy and energized after the Olympic break, Indiana's offense seems primed to continue its explosive performance, especially with the home crowd's enthusiastic support, which has been growing in numbers. On the other hand, the Phoenix Mercury have also been on fire offensively since returning from the break. The over has been hit in each of their last 4 games, and they have a solid 4-1 record in their last 5 road games. Collie Copper, fresh off an outstanding Olympic showing, seamlessly returned to WNBA action, scoring 29 points in her first game back. Brittany Griner, another Olympic gold medalist, contributed 23 points, showcasing the offensive firepower that makes Phoenix a constant threat to surpass game totals. Both teams prioritize offense over defense, as evidenced by Phoenix's average of 84 points per game, which is the 4th highest in the league, while they allow an average of 86 points per game, ranking them 2nd to last defensively. Indiana scores at a rate of 82 points per game, placing them 6th, but they struggle defensively, allowing 87 points per game, which is also near the bottom. The total has gone over in each of Phoenix's last 4 games and in 5 of their last 6 overall. Similarly, Indiana has seen the total go over in 3 of their last 4 games. Given these trends, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Seattle Storm versus Atlanta Dream. The Seattle Storm, currently holding a strong record of 17-8 and sitting in 2nd place in the Western Conference, are gearing up for what should be a compelling game against the Atlanta Dream, who find themselves struggling with a 7-17 record and ranked 5th in the Eastern Conference. The Storm are riding high on a 3-game winning streak, most recently securing an 89-83 victory on the road against the Los Angeles Sparks on July 16th. On the other hand, the Dream are desperately seeking to reverse their fortunes as they are on an 8-game losing streak, which was extended by an 86-79 road loss to the Minnesota Lynx on July 17th. Given the stark contrast between these 2 teams, this matchup has the potential to be quite intriguing. Earlier this season, the Storm convincingly defeated the Dream by 11 points in Seattle. Heading into the break, the Storm demonstrated their dominance by finishing with 4 consecutive wins and winning 8 out of their last 10 games. Meanwhile, the Dream limped into the break, weighed down by their 8-game losing skid. Seattle's defense, known for its tenacity, should thrive against an Atlanta squad that ranks last in the WNBA in both scoring and field goal percentage percentage. Additionally, the Storm hold an advantage in rebounding and boast a much more potent offense, currently ranked third in the league. While Atlanta doesn't appear poised to make a playoff push this fall, the Storm could be a significant obstacle in preventing the Las Vegas Aces from achieving a three-peat in the WNBA in 2024. Though the Seattle Storm have been less reliable on the road compared to their home performances, they are the healthiest team in the league and managed to beat the Dream by 11 points just a month ago. The Atlanta Dream, on the other hand, are still dealing with injuries, have struggled to win games, and their lackluster offense makes it difficult to confidently back them against strong teams. The Storm have been dominant against the spread, covering in 10 of their last 13 games when favored by 5 or more points. Given the current form of both teams, it's hard to have much faith in the Dream in this situation. Making the Seattle Storm to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. In their first meeting this season, these two teams combined for a total of just 151 points, falling well under the projected point total, and a similar outcome is expected here. After a lengthy break, it's likely that both teams will struggle to find their offensive rhythm, allowing the defenses to take control of the game. While Seattle, with its offense ranked third in the league, should eventually find ways to score, the Dream will likely face significant challenges in putting up points after the extended layoff. In their 5 games leading up to the break, Atlanta failed to reach 80 points in any of those contests, including scoring under 70 points twice. When evaluating recent offensive performances, neither team has been lighting up the scoreboard. The Storm have averaged 86 points over their last 5 games, while the Dream have only managed 72 points over their last 4. Additionally, both teams have been disciplined defensively, as they do not commit enough fouls to send their opponents to the free throw line frequently. The Storm rank 7th in the WNBA, allowing just 18.6 trips to the charity stripe per game, while the Dream are even better, ranking 5th and giving up only 17.7 free throw attempts to their opponents. With these factors in mind, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Connecticut Sun vs. Dallas Wings. The Connecticut Sun are set to face off against the Dallas Wings at College Park Center this Friday night in a non-conference matchup. The Sun currently hold the second spot in the Eastern Conference with an impressive 18-6 record, while the Wings find themselves at the bottom of the Western Conference standings with a 6-19 record. This game marks the third and final meeting between these two teams this season, with the Sun having already secured victories in both of their previous encounters. These two teams are on completely opposite trajectories this season. The Sun rank second in the entire WNBA with a strong net rating of 8.7, while the Wings are struggling at the very bottom of the league with a dismal minus 9.7 net rating. A closer look at recent defensive performances reveals a stark contrast. Connecticut has been formidable on defense, allowing just 72 points per game over their last 5 contests. In contrast, Dallas has struggled mightily, giving up an average of 96 points in their previous 4 games. Injuries have plagued the Wings this season, but they have shown some improvement with the return of key players like Odyssey Sims and Natasha Howard to the starting lineup. However, their defensive woes persist. The Wings have allowed 93 or more points in 6 of their last 8 games overall, highlighting their ongoing struggles on that end of the court. On the other hand, the Sun have established themselves as one of the premier defensive teams in the league. Coupled with their offensive firepower, they should be able to handle the Wings with relative ease. I believe Connecticut will dominate the boards and force Dallas into a half-court style of play, which favors the Sun. The Wings are also 1-7 against the spread in their last 8 games, further bolstering confidence in a Connecticut win. Shifting focus to another matchup, the Seattle Storm, although not as reliable on the road, remain one of the healthiest teams in the league. Just a month ago, they comfortably defeated the Atlanta Dream by 11 points. The Dream, meanwhile, are still dealing with injuries, struggling to win games, and their subpar offense makes them a risky bet against stronger teams. The Storm have been solid as favorites, covering the spread in 10 of their last 13 games when favored by 5 or more points. Given the Dream's current form, it's hard to have much faith in them. Therefore, the Connecticut Sun to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Both teams have shown they can score in recent games. The Sun are averaging 79 points over their last 5 games, while the Wings have been putting up 88 points in their previous 4 outings. Throughout the season, both teams have excelled at crashing the offensive boards. The Sun rank 4th in the WNBA, averaging 9.2 offensive rebounds per game, while the Wings are 2nd with 10.2 offensive boards per game. The Sun play at the slowest pace in the league, averaging just 74.6 possessions per 40 minutes. In contrast, the Wings operate at a much faster tempo, registering 79 29.3 possessions per 40 minutes, which ranks third in the league. Connecticut excels at getting to the free throw line, leading the league with 21.5 free throw attempts per game. They also take care of the ball, committing just 11.6 turnovers per contest. Meanwhile, Dallas struggles in this area, averaging a league-worst 15.4 turnovers per game. Given these factors, Connecticut should be able to score plenty of easy points in this matchup, therefore making over the projected total our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.